Imagine disappearing into a river for 3 whole days. Silence, no breath, only to emerge with a secret that would change the course of humanity forever. They thought he was gone. They thought the water had claimed him. But when he finally stepped onto the bank, the first word he spoke was not of this world. It was Waheguru. But who was this soul that even nature bowed to? As a child, deadly cobras didn't bite him. They shielded him from the sun. When cattle destroyed a field under his watch, the crops miraculously healed themselves before the angry farmer's eyes. Even a simple job of weighing grain became a divine revelation. Counting Tera, 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 realizing that everything, absolutely everything, belongs to the One. From rotating the holy Kaaba with a mere shift of his feet, to squeezing milk from a poor man's dry bread and exposing the blood in a rich man's feast, his life was a defiance of the ordinary and a testament to the truth. He walked the earth barefoot, challenging rituals, uniting warring faiths, and revealing that God isn't found in a stone or a direction, but in the breath of every living being. Today, we journey back 555 years to uncover the mysteries of a born prophet, a saint who didn't just preach the truth, but became it. Welcome to the remarkable life and preaching of Guru Nanak.
Today we will be talking on life and preaching of Guru Nanak. Guru Nanak, his birthday was yesterday on Kartik Purnima, 555th birthday. He belonged to Hindu Khatri family. He was born in Punjab. That part of Punjab is in Pakistan now. That is known as Talwandi. His father name was Kalu Mehta. He is from the farmer's peasant family. Basically, he is born prophet. So I will talk about his life, how he was in the childhood, what are the unique activities he did in the childhood, and what he did when he got slightly grown up. Then I will talk how he got enlightenment. What was his preachings? Preachings is basically condensed in their big book, Guru Granth Sahib. The first chapter of this book is Japji Sahib. Japji Sahib and Srimad Bhagavad Gita, they are basically have the same contents. I have compared Srimad Bhagavad Gita's contents with the shlokas of Japji Sahib. Each shloka with the different Sanskrit versions of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. The name of the book is Japji Sahib and Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the Spark of Enlightenment. I have written this book about 25 years back. Same book is published from Germany. The name was Unison at the Core. It means both the religions are basically the same. I will not be able to discuss everything, but broadly I will tell you what was the preaching of Guru Nanak. After the preachings of Guru Nanak, he traveled worldwide barefoot and did lot of miracles. I will try to cover a few miracles. Then he searched for his disciple. In his presence, he made him the Guru and worshipped him. This is the unique example in the world. And finally, how he has left his body because he was the guru of Mohammedans and Hindus. There was a lot of fight after his death. Hindu wanted by their own rituals to burn the body. Mohammed wanted to cremate it. There was a lot of problems. Even after his death, he solved the problem and they started worshipping Guru Nanak as their Ba. So, well, start from the basic, his childhood. When he was a small child, his father admitted him to the school. That school was called Madrasa because there was influence of Mohammedans very much. So he has to put in the Madrasa. And in the Madrasa, the Maulvi taught him Urdu. He listened to it very carefully. Then he asked him, what is the purpose of this learning? You tell me about that one. If knowing that, I will know everything. And you will also know. Tell me that one. He could not define it. Then he took this boy to his father, Kalu Mehta, and said that I cannot teach him anything. He is God's scholar. Anyway, his father has withdrawn him from the school. Then he told him, you go to the fields, take the buffaloes and cows, graze them on the field. A small child of 10 to 12 years old, he takes the cows and buffaloes to the field. He leaves the cows and buffaloes and used to sit under the tree. Under the tree, while sitting, he lies down, sleeps, and people found that the cobras come on his face and protect him from the sunlight. Villagers have watched it and they were surprised. And cow used to graze the fields of the other farmers, eat their crops. And the owner of the other field complained his father that your son comes and sleeps there and our fields have been spoiled by your cows and buffaloes. When Guru Nanak came home, father has beaten him. Then he said, you go and see the fields. Then he went to the fields with the people who have complained against him. When they went to the field, they saw the fields is as it is. Nothing has gone wrong. Owners were surprised because they themselves have seen the fields were totally spoiled and now a few hours it is okay. This is a divine miracle. Then gradually they understood the child has a divine capabilities. He is the born prophet. And when he slightly grew old, about 14 to 15 years, his Yagopavit has to be done. It was the trend at that time and as it is now. A big ceremony was arranged. He was called. He said he will not put Yagopavit. He will not put a thread on his body. This thread is a temporary. In a couple of days it will get spoiled and what is its purpose? I want to put a thread which is everlasting, which lives with me now and even after I leave the body. He never accepted the threat. So, as a child, he has the capability to protest, which was not appealing him. Then, when he slightly grew old, His father thought, now he can do some business. He has given him 20 rupees and told him, you go to the other village, do something great so that I can earn a lot of money from what you bring from there. He happily taken 20 rupees and along with two of his disciples, two of his workers, he went to the other village. At that time they used to walk. While he was going, he saw some sadhus, some saints on the way. They were hungry, they would not earn proper clothing. He thought this is the best opportunity. There cannot be any best work than to feed these sadhus, give them the clothes, and my father will feel very happy that I have done some divine work. He spent all 20 rupees feeding them very well. He purchased some blankets and distributed to them. And very happily he came back home. Father asked him what you have done. He narrated it. He said, there cannot be anything better than this. Father could not do anything. He just scolded him. And he thought, my son is just good for nothing. He cannot do anything. He will be burden on me. Then with great difficulty, he got a job for him in one shop. His work was to weigh the grains and give to the customers. Guru Nanak accepted his job. He used to go to the shop, weigh the grain as per the customer's requirement and give it to them. After a few days, the customer came. He wanted a lot of grains. Earlier customer wanted 5 kgs, 2 kgs, 10 kgs. So he was weighing and giving them. This fellow wanted 100 kgs. So he started weighing 1, 2, 3. In Hindi we call ek, do, teen. Like that, he went to 13. 13 means Tera. Tera means Tera, viewers. Then after 13 he could not count. He said, God is, everything is Tera, everything is yours. And he was gone weighing and repeating 13. Tera, Tera. 100 of kgs he had given with telling Tera, Tera. Then the people and the shopkeeper were surprised. In the Tera number, he has given the whole grain to him. Then he complained to his father. He said, what? Tera, Tera is God. Everything is his. I have given to him only. Nothing belongs to us. So everybody is surprised that he is a unique child. So now he has grown a little, about 20, 25 years. So once he was walking on the river, he felt like taking the path. One disciple was with him. He jumped into the river. Disciple standing on the bank. He never came out from the river. He waited for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. He never came out. He searched him here and there. He didn't find him. He called all the villagers. They also searched. Overnight, next day, next night. He never came out. Then they thought, he's no more. There was a lot of mutiny, crying and shouting and weeping. Everything went on. And they thought, he is no more. He will never come back. But his sister, whose name was Nanak, she was sure that his brother cannot die like this. He will come out. After 3.5 days, he came out from the river as an enlightened personality. While coming out from the river, the first word he used is Waheguru. You must be hearing Satnam Waheguru are the very honorable words, mantras, narrated always repeated by Sikh community. Waheguru means in 3.5 days he was in the water samadhi. He was with the existence. He has seen the complete Brahman. He was with the existence. And when he came out, the word which has come out from his mouth, Waheguru, means it's a wonderful. Its meaning is wonderful in Punjabi. Waha, matlab kamal hai. It's wonderful. What he wanted to say is, the God, your existence is, your creation is wonderful. There is no comparison. So Satnam, you are the truth. Any name of yours is full of truthness. Whether it's Vishnu Sahasranama or other names of Rama, he says all your names are only truth, nothing beyond that. After this, he was a unique personality. He behaved like a prophet. He became prophet. He was born prophet, but the dust of materialistic world was on him. Going into samadhi, everything is washed away. Then he compiled Japji Sahib, which is nothing but in Gita. He compiled 34 shlokas, and that is equivalent to all sutras of Gita. Gita, which has been expressed in number of sutras, he compiled them in shlokas. Both are independent development. Japji Sahib was just 500 years before, but Gita is thousands of years before. So when you are in the truth, you are with the God. Only Gita can come out from your mouth. If you are with the divinity, you become like God. From your mouth, Gita will come. The words will be different, but the meaning will be the same. It means truth never changes, whether in the form of Gita or Japji Sahib or from your mouth. Truth is always permanent. It will never change. So after this, he went around the world 3 times, given the message of God everywhere, and did lot of miracles. Very, very unique miracles throughout. And gradually he becomes the world famous prophet. So after this, I will narrate what basically in Japji Sahib he wanted to convey. He wanted to convey that Om, that is Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. He said, it is not Om, this is the Om. There is one before the Om. All this Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, they report to the one God, that is one. So his first narration was Om. In place of Om, he said the Omka. In other languages, they call it Ami. In Hindi, we call it Om. In Punjabi, they call it Omka. One God is there. And all Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh basically report to them. And this word goes on. Then he says, he is truth, Sat Nam, Karta Purak. That God is doing everything. Man has no capability of doing anything. Everything is done by him. He's Karta Purak. He's the doer. He's Nirbhav. He's not scared from anyone. He has no danger from anything in the world because he's not in a human form. He exists everywhere. He's Nirbhav. He's not scared anyone because everything in is it is in him. Nirvana. He is not enemy of anyone. He punishes as per your karmas. He is not punishes you by the way. Your own karmas comes and punish you. He is nirvana. He is akal. He is beyond time. So he has defined the God in a very, very simple word. He is nirbhav. He is nirvana. He is akal. So in meditation, if you go beyond time, you are the God. Means when you are samadhi, when you are nirvikalpa samadhi, you are merged in the God. Then you don't feel the time. Even when you do Kriya Yoga, when you have no trace of time, maybe 10 minutes or half an hour or 1 hour, you must consider you are with the God. But if you have the feel of time, then you are in the world. Is Akalamudra, Ajuni. He is not born from the mother's womb. Ajuni Sab Bhang. He is present always. And one can get him by not his own efforts, by the grace of Almighty. By the grace of existence, one gets. He is always present. Ad such. From time memorial, he is there. And he will always be there. He watches everything. Nothing happens without his notice. Then further he explains, Ram Naam Urme Vase. Ram means God. If his name, love, he himself merges into in your heart, Ram Naam Ur means heart. Ram Naam Urme Vase. Jaake samne hoye. His wisdom, his knowledge cannot be compared with anyone who merges in the Ram. राम नाम उर में बसे जाके सम नहीं हुए जा सिमरत संकट मिटे. Just by remembering him from the heart and soul, you get liberation. So he gives the highest importance to the omnipresent God. But you have to merge in the God, not by your words you have to speak. You must become one with it. Then he says that you can, by yoga, by meditation, you can also get him. You can get him such a way that if you put ahuti of sadhana, of the ahuti of your mergence with the God, your meditation, you meditate on him deeply, then also you can get it. Either you remember him or you merge in him by meditation, you will be able to reach the God. because all these things will create a sort of a divine electricity in you, divine power in you that takes you to the infinity, and you will become one with it. I just wanted to tell, he has given a lot of importance to the breathing. He has very clearly mentioned in one of his shloka, Pavan Guru, Ani Pita, Ata Dharat Mahat. Same thing as Lord Krishna has told in Gita. Pavan is Hava, breath. Breath is the master. Same thing Guru Nanak has also conveyed. Pavan Guru, water is like your father. You cannot live without water more than 2 to 3 days. Without breath, you cannot live more than few seconds. And Mata, this earth is your mother. He gives you your food, he absorbs your excretia, he is everything. So in one of the shloka, he has made it very clear how this world exists. Then he says, if you go to the depth of meditation, the knowledge will come by itself. He said, Munda Santok Saram Pat Holy, Dhyan ki karo Vidhut. If you go in dhyana or you do Kriya Yoga, to the core of it, you will get the complete knowledge in all respect. Then he says, Karan Karavan Ape Aap, Man ke Kachu Nahi Khaat. Everything is done by him. Man just cannot do anything. He can only show his egoism that he is doing. Basically, Karta is God. You are just the observer. If you observe and leave everything on God, just surrender to him, the life becomes easier. Don't do sankalpa, that is, I am doing it. Leave on him that he is the doer. Life becomes very easy. When there are lot of 34 shlokas, it's a complete book of his preachings. I am not going to details of it. Just a few things about Kriya Yoga and breathing, and he's doing everything. This just to keep in mind that behind every our thought or behind every activity, God is present. If you have this much of power with you, God is within you, things becomes. Now, after his enlightenment, he went to the Mecca, Medina. He was lying in the mosque, and the Maulvi came and told him, why you are putting your feet towards the Mecca. Guru Nanak said, I am just resting it. You take my feet and move it to the other side where Makkah is not there. Always just lifted his feet and moved to the other side. As he moved his feet to the other side, the Makkah also started rotating. Only was surprised, what is this? He says the God is everywhere, whether in left or right, up and down, anywhere you see, God is there. So putting my leg towards this side or that side has no meaning. And Maulvi finally understood that he is the prophet of the highest order. Once Babar has arrested him, put him behind the bars, and given him the activity to grind the grains, Japji, as we do it in our houses. Guru Nanak just sat and started his bhajan kirtan mantra. Japji was rotating by itself. All the prisoners were surprised to see what's happening. Then they called Babar. He saw, he was miraculously impressed. What is this? Then he released him and became his disciple. Once he went to one village, and one rich man called him for the food. He said he will not come to your house for the food. Instead, he will have a food from the poor man's house. Rich man insisted to the maximum extent, and finally he went to rich man's house and called the poor man also. He took the rich man's chapati, put in his hand, and pressed it. The blood came out from the chapati, and the other hand he put the chapati of the poor man. The milk came. He said to the rich man that you are earning the money by wrong means. You are giving someone 100 rupees and write in your book 200 rupees and take the high interest on it and they squeeze the poor people. It means you are sucking the blood of the poor people and that blood will come in your bread, in your roti. When you eat the blood in the form of the roti, all you can be healthy. You will be sick one. That's the reason you find the people who earn in the wrong ways, finally they fall sick and all their earning goes to the hospitals. Persons who earn in a fair way, he is always healthy and happy. So he wanted to tell him, earn in a proper way so that you can merge in God. The purpose of life is to realize the God and don't earn the money in the wrong ways and finally the money will be left here. You know, Guru Nanak came in Bidar. In Bidar, there is a big Gurudwara is there. There was a scarcity of water in Karnataka at that time, 500 years back. He just lifted one small rock and the water started flowing. And that water is still flowing even today. And that's the reason they have made a big Gurudwara there. Lot of devotees go there, worship and remember Guru Nanak day out and day night. So once Guru Nanak went to the Puri temple. Puri temple in the evening Aarti was going on. He saw people putting a lot of oil, doing Aarti and trying to pleasing the God. After the Aarti is over, he started his own Aarti and said, why you are putting the artificial oil and burning the oil and keeping your walls dark with the flames? See, the God has put all the lamps in the form of stars in the sky. All existing is doing arti for the God. Flowers are sending their order, the smell to the God in the form of agarbattis. This is an artificial arti which you, all existence is doing arti for the God. Everywhere there is Anahat Naad. Anahat Naad is nothing but the worship of the God. You must be able to listen that Anahat Naad, then you are with the God. He said, to feel this existence. This is a miraculous existence. Don't worship by artificial means. Just feel this existence is within you and see all around us. People are worshipping Him. All stars are worshipping Him. Even ocean, listen properly. He is the divine melody is going on with the waves and oceans. Even the birds which they are singing, it's a divine music. So you must be with the existence, must be with the self to realize it and feel it that God is everywhere. and there is nothing else except the God. We must be with the God, try to be always with Him. So this is this way he wanted to tell the people, don't use the artificial ways and means to worship Him, to see the God within you, feeling His existence, and get yourself liberated. Like that, there are number of stories. Once he was going with his disciples. The two of disciples were talking to each other, and one was telling, see, I will know at least 1 hour before when I am going to die. The other asked him, how do you know 1 hour before? He says, I am with the Prophet always. That much of capability I will have it. Guru Nanak was listening all these things. He said, when I leave this existence, this body, I will not know even for 1 minute before. Oh, you will know for 1 hour. He said, how it can be? Nobody knows about the future. What's that going to happen tomorrow? Nobody knows it. Then Guru Nanak put his hand on his head. He went into the trance. He was with the existence for half an hour. And then he was in the samadhi. Then he could realize that future cannot be predicted. Everything is in the hand of God. We must always try to remember him. This was his reaching some way or the other. Always he was giving these things in different forms. So like that, he spread the divine message all around the world, trained the people so that by remembering him or by deep meditation, they should be with the God. They should not pretend outwardly and do outward rituals please him, because all these rituals are artificial. This is what he wanted to convey. Be sincere within yourself, live in the family, do your hard work, and pray to the God, the maximum extent. Try to be with him. So, after spending so many years, he wanted to find his own disciple who will take his position. He had two sons, but he never found them to that level that they can take the position of the divinity to that extent. So he never made them and never given them to that position which he himself had. Then he started looking for an appropriate disciple. Suddenly he went to one village and he did divine satsanga there. And the evening when he left that village, he blessed all the villagers, whatever they wanted, and started for another village. When he was moving from one village to the other, lot of villagers started following him. Then he asked his disciples, why they are following? I have given them, Lord, what they wanted it. Then disciples told him, probably few of them could not get it. Why don't you give more? So he raised his hands. All gold and silvers and diamonds started flowing from heaven, and villagers have collected it. And 95% villages have gone back. Then Guru Nanak started moving upward, moving towards the other village. Again he found some noises coming at the back. He asked, "What is the matter?" He said, "One fellow is still following you." He asked him, "Why? Has he not received anything?" "No, he got it, but he has thrown it back." Then Guru Nanak, by his capabilities, again he showered on diamonds and grains on him, but he never accepted. When Guru Nanak saw he still following him, then Guru Nanak turned back and asked him, "What do you want?" He said, "I don't want what you are giving to everyone, even you are giving me. I want to know that source from where you get all these things, from where you get such blessings." Guru Nanak was astonished to listen all those things. Then he talked to him and found in him the highest developed soul. He has given him his position and himself came his disciple and Guru. That way he found his successor. So after Guru Nanak, there are 10 gurus. The second guru which is selected by him is Guru Amar Das. His name was Amar Das. And Nanak himself worshipped. So like that, he was working. Guru Nanak was working in the fields, worshipping the God, spreading the divine messages all around. That way, he lived up to 70 years. And finally, on the bank of the river, he left his ranas. All Hindus and Muslims were all around him. And when they found that Guru Nanak is no more, they started fighting. All that wanted to cremate him, Hindu wanted to burn his body. They could not decide it. Then one senior man got up and said, "Let's have a last darshan of Guru Nanak." When they removed the cover from his body, they found there is no body. Body is not there. Only some flowers are there. So both Hindus and Muslims divided the flowers. Hindus burned it, Muslims cremated it. And like that, he solved problems of the conflict. So that way, he did many miracles in his life and, and given to the world Japji as Gita in the common language, but not in the Sanskrit, which are the same bhava, same meaning. And that is the reason Hindus, Muslims, all worshipped him even today. That is a miracle of his life. Let's pray our homage to Guru Nanak on his birth.